Hi, everybody. This is Spiritual Teacher for You, and I'm here to do a reading for the collective where I tune into y'all's energy now and see what messages need to come through. I will say I am feeling very opposite of yesterday. Yesterday was very sunny and bright and joyful, and I was wearing yellow and drank out of a yellow mug in the morning and felt very cheerful and optimistic. And today, it was tough to get out of bed. The sky is totally gray. I'm wearing black hoodie and black, um, like sweatpants because it's cold in my house. So it's like frigid and I'm not feeling nearly as motivated. So if you're feeling that, that is the energy of today on Thursday. I think the weather, if you find yourself being way more perkier on sunny days, then you are definitely affected by the weather, just like I am. And so sunny days are my best days, and these kind of days it takes a little more for me to get going. So if you're the same way, you probably are energized by the sun like I am. I am a Leo, so the sun is very important to me. I was born in the summer. And so sometimes I just have to create my own sun. But we are here, and I feel the messages ready to come through. So get ready and grab yourself a cup of coffee, maybe in your favorite mug. Yes. Okay, collective. Let's see what guidance is there for you today. Sorry about the little splooge there. I was doing channeled art and got some of my white paint on it. So, speaking of channeled art, if you would like your own channeled art piece and you're curious about what that is, I tap into your energy and then I let spirit take over. I open up to the creative flow and I just allow to come out what comes out. Sometimes it's an actual image of something, sometimes it's more abstract. Depends on the energy I'm feeling at the time. And those you can find on my Etsy shop at Spiritual Teacher for You. And I will also be at a reading event or a vendor palooza this weekend where I will be offering some of those channeled art pieces. And yeah, this is a new adventure for me. So I am very excited to continue forward and see what comes out. It is definitely a practice in letting go and allowing the flow. That's for sure. Okay. Let's see what we got here. 3:33 is on the clock. All right. I heard this morning while I was in that twilight waking up time, the song by Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror. I'm talking to the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. And no message could have been any clearer. That's all I know. So I do feel like we are being asked now to take a hard look in the mirror. And whatever we are focusing on in the world that needs to be changed, we need to look at ourselves and see, are we the change that we're asking others to be? You know, if you're with someone and you're asking them to change, is it for to suit your needs better, or where is it coming from that you want someone to change or something to change? And are you willing to be the same change that you're asking others to be? It's a tough question, You want someone to be more patient and loving towards you. Well, can you be patient and loving towards them? You know, you complain about what the politicians are doing in the government. Well, what are you the change that, I don't want to come off critical, but it's almost like I need to do the same thing. If I'm asking people to do something or to act a certain way, am I willing to also change the way I act, So it's just a question to look in the mirror and see what you're really reflecting. So now that that message is out, let's see what we've got here. The high priestess, immediately I think of today's energy when I look at the high priestess. When the sun is out, it's much easier to read the energy. When the sun is covered like it is today, the energy is a little more veiled, which this veil behind her reminds me of that. Also, just her cloth, how it's kind of laying over the moon right there. And the moon is our subconscious and our shadow selves. So with the dark colors, the dark blues, it looks really dark to me, and I'm looking on camera, it's like it's really not that dark, but to me, as I'm looking at it, it looks very dark. So there's definitely this what is it? This energy of looking at our shadows. Oh, this is interesting. I've never noticed the drawings on the pillars before. So this one, well, first when I saw it, it reminded me of a cat. Those look like whiskers with the ears, right? And then I saw the pyramid right there. So there's something about pyramids here. I also got building the pyramid, like what it took to build the pyramids. We're still trying to figure that out. And I don't know if y'all know, but we have the seventh largest pyramid in the world here in the United States in Memphis, Tennessee. And it's a Bass Pro shop. My husband and I just watched a documentary on it, and I just think that's incredible. Yeah, so anyways, actually the Bass Pro story is coming up for me to tell. I don't want to bore you guys, but my husband and I watched a documentary about it was just like a YouTube video about a guy who does a lot of research, and he's called, I'm just going to put his name out there, Fat Electrician, and he talks about different historical people and events and dives into it. So he talked about the man who started Bass Pro Shop, who just went from nothing to everything, and eventually was going to take over the last, big fishing store chain in America, and the government stepped in and said, no. Because then you would be a monopoly on fishing supplies. And that's not what America is about. We need that competition. We need to be able to, so I thought that was actually a positive thing about our government, is not allowing one store to take over, one business to take over and become a monopoly. That's capitalism. So, or, us anyways, you get it. I don't want to act like I'm the expert on our economy or government, because I am not. But the fact that our government makes sure that no one becomes a single monopoly, I think is a good thing. However, I also look at this dude as like, hey, he was trying to go to the tippy top, like he was making sure that, he didn't have to worry about competition. And so he could just keep doing what he's doing. But I just love that story of him literally, selling fishing supplies just as a little guy, and then moving on up and then taking over that pyramid in Memphis that someone built just to say that we had the seventh largest pyramid. And then someone put a glass or a crystal skull at the top of the pyramid. This is the interesting part. And it was there to keep the energy of the pyramid. Like they used it to keep the energy protective and stable, and so that the pyramid was protected. And so when they were they were trying to figure out what to do with the pyramid, someone found the skull, removed it, and they were like, no, you need to put that back or it's gonna like mess up the mess up the energy of the whole place. And the next year was spent with all kinds of accidents happening and bad stuff happening at the pyramid, until finally the Bass Pro Shop guy comes in. He goes, I don't care if it's haunted or got bad juju, I'm taking over. And he did, and he was successful with it. So take what you want out of that story, but Spirit wanted me to tell you. So let's get into the cards finally after 10 minutes. So this High Priestess is almost like it just is giving me listen to your intuition. I'm also seeing B plus J. So almost like written on a tree, your initials. So there may be some initials written on a tree, or maybe you and your person did that or are going to. I just see some initials on a tree, B and J, or you can put your names in place of that. But maybe B and J is particular to someone here. I'm getting Barry, Jessica, Jennifer, Bryson, Billy. That's about it. Okay. With the Page of Pentacles and the Six of Cups, I definitely see that's interesting because I told the pyramid story, and this seems like a financial opportunity to grow using an idea that you've had from childhood is what I'm getting. Using an idea that you've had for a very long time. Like you thought of it and you're like, meh, I mean, it seems a little childish, but now that you've, gone through life a little bit, this idea has like matured a little, and you can see how it's even more useful to the world now that you've grown up. So Spirit's really wanting you to use your intuition. So what is it that you love to do or love to do when you were a kid? Something you like. I just see a teenager doodling in their room, and or like creating my sisters and I used to create little dream house books or dream life books, and we would cut pictures out of magazines and put them on paper and say, this is my life. It was a very good visualization technique. Then we had no idea what we were doing. Okay, you are coming from a lack mindset though, or there are people around you that have a lack mindset for you. They don't believe in you. They don't think you can do this. It's like they try to be supportive, but you can feel their judgment, their critique, their, well, if it was me doing it, this is what I would do, kind of thing. So that's for some of you, but also for some of you, you're trying to approach this idea from a lack mentality, and that is going to cause lots of struggle and challenges to come your way because you're not allowing the energy to flow to you for this idea in a smooth, open way. So I see both of those circumstances here. Let's see what else we've got. Okay, so for those people that are doubting you and putting their beliefs on you about what you're doing, you're getting justice very soon about this. I feel like you may even confront them or there's just going to be like a confrontation about, I'm doing this. You can believe in me or not, but this is what I'm doing. And if you don't believe in me, then I have no reason to keep having you in my space. Like, I don't need your negative energy around me. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. So once you, and I almost feel like it's almost like you can feed. Which wolf are you going to feed? Are you going to feed the wolf that's doubting you and or no, that doesn't seem right. It's just like, which belief are you going to feed? Are you going to feed the one that is listening to those saying that you don't have enough experience, you don't have enough skill, you don't have enough knowledge, you can't do this, you don't have enough money? Or are you going to listen to yourself, who feels very drawn to do something, and you feel that what you're doing is very beneficial to the world, or this will allow you to reach your goals in life? Um, so which one are you going to listen to? Because that's what this Seven of Pentacles, which one are you going to put your focus on? The doubt or the belief that you are definitely following your true path? And I think you know the answer. I think you know the answer there. Yeah, there's definitely someone around you, I feel, that does not believe in you fully. They don't, they haven't taken the time to really see you and your abilities and how much you've grown. They're too busy still trying to find evidence that you haven't grown. And I also feel that it wouldn't matter how much you do, they wouldn't recognize it, because they're not happy in themselves, and you are making them face you're making them face all the things that they're not doing for themselves, because you're doing for yourself, right? So they're being faced with the fact that they didn't do what they wanted to do because they did listen to other people, or they didn't even get started because they were scared of what other people would think. I'm seeing lots of, like I saw 1622, and just now I saw 1733. So I definitely see lots of number synchronicities during this reading. I just saw 1744. You may be seeing those numbers. Those numbers are kind of confirmation that this energy is kind of what you're feeling. But, in my humble opinion, go after what you desire. Don't listen to the haters. Don't listen to people who never did for themselves, who followed the same old patterns that their ancestors followed by working hard their whole life. Don't listen to them, because they think that the world is a certain way because of what they've been through, what they've experienced. What you're experiencing is totally different. You don't have to listen to that. You're breaking patterns now. You're showing people that you can follow your dreams. I feel very passionate towards that. Like, a lot of passion came forward. I felt my sacral chakra light up. Yes, this is your time to be creative. With the Three of Wands coming out, this is your time to follow that creative push that I feel you. And yes, you will need lots of strength and courage to do this, especially with those negative Nellies around you that I feel. Those people just constantly questioning your every move, or wanting to tell you how they would do it, but they never did it. So, you can listen to them if you want to. I just saw 1919. But I'm telling you that if you feel the push, the pull, the I don't know, just that energy towards doing this, that energy only lasts for so long. So if you take too long, to sit on that energy and decide whether you want to do it or not, that energy is going to go away and something else is going to come in that's going to make you lose your focus on that. And it could just be life. You're like, oh, well, I don't have time to do that now because life has gotten crazy, right? Magician. Oh, man. This is you co-creating with spirit. This is you connecting with spirit, connecting with Earth's abundance, Mother Earth's abundance, nature's abundance, and using both of those forces to bring in everything you desire. And you will be working, I see you working with some people while doing this. You're going to be coming into yes. Oh my gosh, that's great. Look at this, you guys. You've got the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. So you're going to be very fulfilled in this adventure. So let's clear some of this energy up. I'm going to set those aside because I want them to be out. And we're going to look into you choosing the path that everybody's trying to get you not to go down or criticizing you for going down. This is the energy of you choosing that path, okay? And so we want to see what happens if they choose the path of doing their own thing, of breaking free from any patterns, breaking free from any obligations, not running the family business, not going to college, not going, just not following that path that, and there's some really blocked energy here. I'm also, and I don't know if y'all noticed, but I put so many crystals out here. Um, and I don't know. I knew that it was the energy of this reading because I don't normally feel the need to put that many crystals out. But I think it's because of the energy of this reading and how it feels so stuck. So crystals may be, you could be a Leo because this is the second time the Strength card has come out and this is the Leo card. But also, do you notice the infinity sign there, where, and the Magician also had the infinity sign. So this is some really, really thick energy and it's in your life. It's so right there for you to use. So once you choose to break those patterns and you start meeting new people that share the same vision as you and that support and uplift you and celebrate you, that will give you the strength you need to keep going. But you're going to have the strength initially anyways. So this just strengthens your strength, right? Is that, oh man, so much yellow here. That personal power. This is taking your power back. This is really going, you know what? I'm so sick of doubting myself. I'm so sick of listening to people say that they think they know about what I'm doing and they have no idea. They have no idea what you're doing. Only you do. Bless me. Sorry about that. Yeah, the drive is there. This is you moving forward despite all these people coming at you, critiquing you, giving you unnecessary feedback, surrounding you with a lot of just trolls. For some of you that have an online platform, these are those trolls. Just, there's trust me, you are protected. This is the Queen of Pentacles here. You moving forward in your strength. I mean, look how many strength and perseverance cards you got here right in a row. So yes, it is going to take everything you've got right now, but it won't always be like that. At some point, you'll get to rest. You'll get to sit. You'll get to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You'll get to enjoy. Look at the bunny rabbit. That's so funny. I've never noticed the rabbit before. And I'm just seeing all these faces in the like, and you're surrounded by people who are actually happy for you, who are proud of you for what you've accomplished. You know, this is your crown saying you've made it. You made it. Look at that little, is that a little lion on her chair right there? I know it gets harder the closer we get. But yeah, this is success, but I do feel a loneliness here. That's interesting. Let's look into that. What is this loneliness I feel? I just keep getting that cliche saying of it's lonely at the top because not because people don't make it to the top. Like it's not a everyday thing that someone makes it to the top. So the fact that you make it, you persevere, you push, you go. You don't let obstacles stop you. And most people do. So that's what's separating you from the pack here is that you keep pushing. You don't let obstacles stop you. You keep going. You're supported by spirit. Also, I do feel there's another energy here that is supporting you. Is this a loved one? Huh. Yeah, it's someone that has crossed over that is and I think it's your ancestors. I definitely feel like oh yeah. Wow, you guys are so supported on this path. It's almost like though so there's an interesting energy too is that when you start on a path, a lot of people won't give you their support until they know that you're serious. Because it takes a lot of effort for people in general to support you genuinely if you've been someone who before has started something and then quit, right? Or gave good news and then it didn't last or something like that. So a lot of people I feel in your vicinity, they want to support you, but they're nervous to put that energy in supporting you when it could just the next day be like, "Oh, I decided not to do that actually." So there is a little bit of an understanding that needs to happen there. That people do want to support you. They're just waiting to make sure this is legit, right? Yeah, because in the past you may have flaked out or decided it wasn't for you, and they may have been really excited about this adventure for you and saw because it fit what they wanted. It fit their mold of success, right? But now that you're doing something different, but it actually suits you even better and you're sticking with it, it's taking them a little longer to come around. So don't necessarily dismiss everybody who's not supportive right away. Give them some grace, give them a little bit of grace, and they might come around eventually because they want to make sure you're serious. And I get that because I've wanted to support others as well, but with the wishy-washy energy that I feel from them, it can be very difficult. Six of Cups. I just got that some of you may be a mother, or maybe you run a daycare, or you take care of other people's children. You could be a teacher. Or maybe you do some kind of like you could be a Sunday school teacher. You definitely work with the youth in some way for some of you here. You could have your own child that you're working with, maybe homeschooling. Interesting. There's the moon, and here's Queen of Cups. Holy moly. Wow. Okay, so the moon is about our inner world, right? The sun is the outer, the moon is the inner. Um and so this feels like a look into Okay, hold on. There's some energies going on right now that I can't quite. Spirit, will you clear this up for me? Your emotions are seeping out when something tough comes along. So you want to be like the Queen of Cups, very emotionally aware and mature and open hearted. But with the moon coming out, I feel that there are things that you're getting emotional about, and then your emotions are getting a little out of control with this because you haven't quite dug deep enough. So your emotions, you don't have quite the understanding of the triggered emotions that you could have if you dug a little deeper into your subconscious and your inner world so that you can understand where these emotions are coming from. So they're wanting you, spirit, your team, the loved ones that I feel are wanting you to look a little bit deeper, go a little bit further in to some things that may have happened in the past and reflect on the feelings that you had. I just see this, you coming to an understanding, a higher understanding of the emotions that you're feeling that have been triggering you. So this could be that there's something in the past. This is giving me a memory of my past to do with a church. Okay, I'm definitely getting like youth group here, something to do with a church. Maybe you were in a youth group at church and there was someone there, but you haven't seen them in a really long time. God, that seems awfully specific, right? Huh, that's interesting. Okay. Oh, okay. I haven't got my charms out in a while. So we're going to get our charm bag here. I'm also getting to roll my dice. So maybe there is actually this dice, blue. And it has like some purple in it too. Blue and purple and green. So this is heart, throat, crown, third eye. This is like from the heart up. So that's going to be used in a second. I don't know what for. We'll see. Okay. I got the I am successful stone. Yes, that's almost like the mantra you need to have at this time. I am successful. We've got my Elvis thimble, and that's interesting because I have my Elvis mug here this morning. So I don't know if someone is an Elvis fan. Oh, lovely. Lovely. All right, hold on. Let me clean that up. 33:07 on the clock as that happened. I tried to clean up, but yeah, no, that's just got to dry on its own. I was trying to see if I could scry with what happened here. The fact that it was two just blop blop. Oh, it got on my card. Oh no, it got on the Queen of Cups. Coffee on the Queen of Cups. I'm getting that something like that, spilling your coffee, would send somebody over the rails, especially since it got on this and it looks like it's going to stain, and it got on my card, which looks like it's also going to stain. Maybe not, but it does. And so that could send some people like just off, like totally pissed off. But I'm just like, oh yeah, well that happened. Let me see if I can scry. Like making the most of a situation, not crying over spilled milk or spilled coffee. So there might be stuff happening that, really flusters and frustrates you. But it's almost like, let it go. Yes, that happened. Now what? Now what can you do? How can you move forward? How can you keep going? How can you move forward or use this situation to see the advantages? Oh, I got my dragon dice here. So the fact that the dragon came out, you may be seeing things referencing dragons. I do feel like I think that's the one I need to roll. Okay, so we're going to roll this. I don't know if it refers to time or not. You got a 6, which is self-love, unconditional love. 6 is a number for nurturing relationships, for repairing relationships. So that person that came through earlier, this could be that energy, or it could just be you setting boundaries here. Yeah, like that dragon is inside that cage. The boundaries, keeping your emotions in check here. So you may want to meditate using dragon energy. There are plenty of guided meditations on YouTube. I feel like there's more coming from this Elvis thimble. His Hand in Mine by Elvis. And he's looking this way while also playing the piano. So he's multitasking. So you may be multitasking right now. But that could be the reason why you spill the milk, right? Is that you're trying to do too much at once. Interesting. Also, the top of this thimble is very bumpy. Like it has little craters in it. Kind of reminds me of the moon. Really, let's see if it can show it. You see the bumpiness of it? So it reminds me of the moon. So again, that's another reference to going in. And you're successful. Look at this. Look at all the yellow, you guys. Yes, this is tough energy. Yes, you're going through it. Yes, it's like, how can you expect me to have any kind of positive outlook right now? You've got to choose to. You just got to choose to. Okay, what's this dice for, Spirit? I don't know. I can't. I keep hearing wind or wonder or some kind of W word. Why? Okay, that's another 6. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so let's look up 66. Let's look up 66. All right, so yeah, this is family, love, domestic life, spiritual growth, life purpose. Yeah, it's just you fulfilling your life purpose and going through all the things you've got to go through. It feels like you're like, why is this happening? It's all part of your journey. It's all part of it. As long as you are moving towards what you feel strongly about, what your heart is pulling you towards, where your heart is leading you, very heart-centered. That's who this is. Okay, the Queen of Cups is very heart-centered. Spirit, what else can we tell the collective at this time? And then we want to wrap it up. Just following your heart is the biggest message here. And, surrounding yourself with people who uplift you and support you and actually want you to succeed. Why is the Two of Cups coming out reversed here? Spirit wants you to use your intuition about someone pretty important in your life. Okay, what about them? Unconditional love. Yeah. They want you to approach this person in your life from unconditional love. Are they being a total butthead? Still love them, but set boundaries and try to have an open, honest conversation with them. But if you come at them with anger and resentment and bitterness because they're triggering what you haven't dove into yet, then it's not going to work. Yeah. Yeah, it's not going to work if you're approaching the situation the same way you always have approached it. Oh, yeah. See, your emperor, your person is going through a transformation right now with judgment coming out. And I almost hear you're judging them. You're judging their healing path, or they're judging yours. But I feel that you are judging theirs. And like I was saying earlier, like if you're telling someone to make changes, are you also making changes, you know? So there's this both ways here. And since I'm getting the emperor here, this is very masculine energy. I do feel like I was probably addressing the feminines of the collective. That does not necessarily mean female or male. He or she is just, it goes both ways. Gender is not Gender is fluid in tarot, okay? So we just have masculine energies and feminine energies. This is a very masculine energy. So I feel like this is probably feminine energy in this reading. I could be wrong though. Yeah, you're you guys, you're masculine. Your divine masculine, I will say this, is really going through something right now. He could have lost his mother. That's very specific for someone. He could have lost his mother or dealt with a loss. And that's why it's so hard for him to do this transformation, because he's not only dealing with transforming, but he's also dealing with um, the loss of someone he truly loved. I also feel the energy of your masculine. This is a Ten of Swords is the end of something, the complete end of something. So this is their transformation finishing up and them stepping into Emperor. But if you're currently with them, or even if you're not currently with them, you need to let this happen and not judge their process. You know, they have their own process to go through, just like you did when you were when you were awakening. So it's very typical of the females to awaken first, or the feminines to awaken first, and then it's almost like they are the light for their masculines to come along. But again, there's this energy of they had to make sure it was a solidified thing for you. So they watched you, and it's 42:42 on the clock just now. They watched you stepping into this energy, and it's like, oh yeah, but can she handle it? Will she keep going? And the fact that you have kept going or will keep going will prove to them like, oh, she's serious, okay? And this will trigger them, or what's the word? Like it will catapult them into their healing. Six of Pentacles is about giving and receiving equally. And Seven of Swords is about dishonesty and illusions and deception and thinking you've gotten away with something, being sneaky. I need clarity on this, Spirit. Not sure what this is about. I think some of you might be ignoring your taxes. I don't know why I keep getting that. I got it in another reading too. Some of you are avoiding doing your taxes. Or you're being dishonest about something. Or someone around you is being dishonest about their money situation. Okay. Okay, so I just heard be patient. Everything will come out when it's supposed to. Page of Swords reverse. This could be someone that has very blocked energy. And it's hard to be around them, honestly. They kind of have this they know everything attitude. Being patient. Be patient with them. So, okay, Spirit. Why are you wanting them to know? It feels like they just want you to be aware that not everybody around you has your best interest at heart. And this is also about, okay, so this is more, instead of money, this is energy. I see these pentacles as energy. So there's this equal exchange of energy that someone's kind of using your good giving nature, using it to their advantage and taking advantage of your givingness, your nurturing self. Okay. With the two angels I see here from Temperance and Judgment, I feel like Archangel Michael and Gabriel really want you to call on them for protection, particularly, and for clarity. All right. So with the Page of Pentacles coming out, I definitely sense this energy is shifted from earlier. I feel like I'm tapping. Feels like, spirit or somebody's spirit team came in and then they're like, okay, we got our message out. And now somebody else's spirit team came in. So this doesn't necessarily feel like the same collective from earlier. So if this is not resonating with you, please leave it. If you are still here and you made it through that first energy, and this is your energy now, thank you so much for sticking with me. But what I'm feeling in this, and I just saw 47:22 on the clock from this Page of Pentacles, is an offering. I see someone offering you either money or a chance to earn money, or a chance to make things right with your money situation. Okay. The World. And you think the world of this person. So this is someone you trust. And this opportunity can also lead to the freedom that you are looking for. So this is definitely an opportunity for you that could come quite in handy. We've got the Ace of Wands here. More wand energy, lots of opportunities here. Okay. All right. I'm feeling the need to really clean this all up. And then I think we're going to end on an animal oracle card for you guys for today. I know this reading was a little all over the place and also kind of confusing and weird things happened, but but thank you for sticking with me. I said animal, but I picked up, okay, well, that's spirit for you. All right, what does the collective need to know out of this, out of my cards here? One card, please. I said one. I'm just kidding. All right. So we've got anger and we've got you are the light and to share yours. Yeah, so those emotions that were coming up earlier, that I said that you may not necessarily feel in control of, some of those emotions could be anger. And so at this time, you are illuminating the reason behind your anger. Selenite is very good, if you're feeling very emotional, to kind of clear those emotions out. Someone's cutting grass, so I don't know if you can hear that, but let me get my animal cards. Yes. Here we go. I haven't used these guys in a while. And we want to end here, Spirit. We would like one animal card, please, to end the reading. I did not want to go this long. Thank you. The wolf for inner strength. How appropriate. You may be facing a challenge you feel less than prepared for. This is a reminder that you have all the tools in your spiritual treasure chest to handle this effectively. Take a step back and try to take a look at it with fresh eyes. And I'm pretty sure that came up earlier as well. 50-50 on the clock now. Oh, goodness, guys. Thank you so much for sticking with me during this. If you did, I really, really appreciate it. Let me know that you're here. Like the video, comment. If you haven't subscribed and you like what you see and feel from my reading, then subscribe for more content. Check out my channel. I'm also on Etsy if you want to book a personal reading with me, or book channeled art, order channeled art. Also, I am on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok as Spiritual Teacher for You. So thank you guys so much, and I hope you have a wonderful, magical day despite the cloudiness. Much love and light.